Hey guys, Andy again. Here to finish up the movies of 2014 reviews with the movies I didn't get a chance to see but want to. First off, from July 4th is Life Itself. This is the documentary about Roger Ebert and his life and career. Honestly, Roger Ebert was the only critic I actually listened to. A lot of people say, oh, well, these movies get great reviews and all this. I never listened to any reviews. But I would always check Roger Ebert's site, and if he had given it, he had a 4-star ranking. If he had given it 1 star or 4 stars, I would always go and see the movie. If he had given it 2 or 3, I would go to my own judgment. Essentially, if he thought it was terrible or if he thought it was great, it was definitely worth seeing. So I really want to see the documentary about him and his life. I hope I get to see it. I think they're going to show it on one of the news networks. Actually, they might have already done that, and I missed it. Anyway, okay. Annabelle from October 3rd. This was a prequel to the movie The Conjuring. Conjuring, a movie loosely based on an account of one of the cases from 2 paranormal investigators, Annabelle being a doll from another case from the same group of husband and wife paranormal investigators. I'm not sure how closely, if at all, the Annabelle movie is based on the case that they actually investigated, but I want to see it. It looks creepy. Horns from October 21st. October 31st. Horns. Daniel Radcliffe movie about a guy who grows these horns and gets kind of ostracized in his hometown, but it also kind of frees him. I want to see it. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it looks like a fun movie. Interstellar from November 7th. Everybody has told me I should go see Interstellar. Everybody says the way to see it is an IMAX. We don't have an IMAX here, so I would have to travel. I don't know from what I've seen if the visual look of it alone is enough for me to go see it. Partly due to the fact that Matthew McConaughey is the main character, and no offense to Matthew McConaughey, and I think he's a decent actor, great, every movie I've seen him in, he's done all right. I have a hard time buying him as an astronaut, even though I know he's a farmer that becomes an astronaut or is forced into becoming it or something like that. I've heard there's some quantum physics and time travel stuff that's kind of explored, and I'm afraid that if I go watch it, they may have dumbed that down for mainstream audiences. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I want to see it, but I don't think I want to travel to see it. And I don't think it's in theaters anymore. Big Hero 6 from Disney, November 7th. This one, it's a weird one for me because I know Big Hero 6 was adapted from a comic that was started right after the acquisition of Marvel Entertainment and Marvel Comics by Disney. So Disney buys Marvel, they start this comic, Big Hero 6. They know they're going to adapt it into a movie, and I'm not certain how I feel about that, so I'm not certain. I know I don't read the comics, because I'm pretty sure the comics are aimed towards kids. I'm not sure how I feel about watching a movie that was based on a comic that was created only to create it to a movie, but it looks enjoyable. So if it comes on TV or a cheap rental, maybe. Sorry, scratching my nose. My nose itches for some reason. The Imitation Game, November 21st. This is a docudrama starring Benedict Cumberbatch about Alan Turing during World War II, trying to decipher the German Enigma machine, cryptography machine. And it's from the research that Turing did in this movie that really what we think of as modern computing comes about, and modern cryptography. And, people might not know Alan Turing's story. He was technological, mathematical genius, helped out with the war effort, but then afterwards kind of became ostracized in society because of his homosexuality and ended up killing himself in the end. So I really think Benedict Cumberbatch is probably, from what I've seen in his other performances, Sherlock, even Desolation of Smog, the Star Trek movies, I think he's probably one of the best people to bring life to that character. So I really am looking forward to seeing that. It may end up being a renter for me because I don't know if I'm going to get it to the theaters to see it before it goes away, but definitely one I want to watch. Dumb and Dumber 2. A direct sequel to the original Dumb and Dumber, starring the original cast, Jeff Bridges, Jim Carrey. It looks like fun. It worries me that they're creating it now because the current trend in comedy movies is to make them too full of sex, too full of drugs, and too damn stupid. Which is a weird thing to say about Dumb and Dumber, because Dumb and Dumber is supposed to be stupid. I just hope they don't dumb it down too much, or haven't dumbed it down too much since it's already out and all that. I do want to see it. I feel it's going to be a renter for me, though. December 17th gave us The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, the final film in the series. I have yet to see it because I want to go see it in high frame rate 3D, which is the 48 frames per second 3D that the films were filmed in. There's no theaters in my area that show that, so I have to travel about 2 hours, either up north to Missouri or due west to Oklahoma to Tulsa. Probably end up going to Tulsa this time because I have a friend who just moved out there, so it'd be a good chance to go see a friend and the movie. But I bought all the other Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies, so obviously I'm going to see this one. I'm going to buy it when it comes out in both versions. I'm a geek that way. Give me a break. Night at the Museum 3. It came out on December 19th. Ben Stiller closing out the trilogy here. I think this one might be a difficult watch in retrospect to the untimely death of Robin Williams. Especially with the way he died. I do want to see it. It doesn't look like it's as good as the previous two. But I think it will be okay. I'll see it. Definitely going to be a renter or maybe a Blu-ray blind buy. The only reason I would buy it is because, again, I'm a completist. I have the previous two, so I would obviously want to buy this one to go with the set. All right, that's all the movies I have from 2014. Did I miss anything? Do you disagree with me on anything? If not, if not, let me know in the comments. Give me a good like if you like the movie. I'm pandering like everybody else. I'm not going to start a Kickstarter campaign because I do this for free and so should you. We do this out of love for what we do, the video bloggers. Elsewise, we wouldn't still be here. That's it. Bye. 2015 movies.